Yeah, it's I'm struggling a little bit. Happy 2020 internet and welcome back to the channel. So welcome in the new year, in which we're gonna do a lot of riding and a lot of exploring, and I'm really looking forward to riding the entire year. But let's go back to today. I am now in a town called Andacollo in Argentina, and I am riding towards the heat. Basically the plan is to ride to Mendoza, but that's still 2 days ride from here. I will not make that in one day because it's more than 700 kilometers. So the plan of today is to ride about halfway, about 330 kilometers. And today they predicted it's going to be around 31 degrees Celsius. In Mendoza it is already 37 degrees Celsius. So I'm really going to ride in the heat. So I took all my liners out of my suit, opened all the zippers, I got my summer gloves. So let's see how riding in the heat is going to be like. I'll show you on the map. Because, okay, I have to say, the reason why I am a little bit in a rush to get to Mendoza is because the Christmas special that I recorded, obviously that was not during Christmas. My videos are always a little bit behind. So for me, Christmas is still about to come. And I thought, yeah, I really try to be in a bigger city for Christmas so I can meet some other travelers to celebrate it with. Because if I find myself in a small town like this, for example, I'm just gonna be by myself with Christmas. So I thought, oh, maybe that's not so nice, you know. Maybe it's nicer to try meet some people to celebrate it with. So that's why I thought I would just go to Mendoza, stay in a backpackers hostel or something. Then I will surely meet people. So that's the reason why now I'm kind of quickly riding to Mendoza. So I am now somewhere here in this tiny town. So for today I'm going to ride, I think that's called the 43, the Ruta 43, here towards the Ruta 40, the Route 40. And then I'm going to follow the Route 40 and then I'm going to stay probably somewhere here tonight. So that is 330 kilometers in total. As far as I understood, it will be part unpaved. And then at some point it starts to be paved, and then it's almost all paved, I think, until Mendoza. One piece or one stretch is probably unpaved, but we will see how it goes. The snow is dirty anyway from last ride. It was super dusty. So who cares? We'll just do it. Looking for a petrol station. This one is not open. I think that is the other petrol station, but also nothing. I'll just have to ride towards the Ruta 40. This is another town. This is called Jos Malal, I think. I'm gonna attempt again to find petrol. Should be possible here. Oh, it's a big one. Perfect. Oh! Oh my. So this is the queue for the petrol station. And the petrol station is all the way around the corner. Oh, this is gonna take forever. Hi. Okay, plan B. I'll show you the queue. This is all queue for the petrol station. And then it goes around the corner here. Here, here, here. This is all queue. And then there's the petrol station. So I'm going for plan B. I'll fill up with my spare petrol cans. And the next petrol station is 90 kilometers from here. So that is no problem. Okay, let's go. I have no idea why there is such a run on petrol. Why it's so busy. But luckily I have my extra cans. Ha! ¿Necesita ayuda?
Aire no tiene.
Sí, tengo.
Por favor.
Norali.
Michael.
Norali. Un momentito. ¿Quiere chequear o...? No, está bien.
¿Vienes sola?
Sí. Suerte. Chao. This also does not really look like a working petrol station. No. This is definitely not working. Well, the petrol situation is starting to become a thing now. I still have some in here. Let's see where I may find the next one. Well, I just checked, and in 38 kilometers from here there should be again a petrol station. But if that looks the same as this one, then I am having a problem, because then the next one is another 200 kilometers away, and that I'm not gonna make. So this could be the reason why it was so busy at the other petrol station. Could be, but let's see. Hopefully in 38 kilometers from now there's something. That would be nice. Yes, this looks promising. Diesel, nafta. Anybody here? Uh-oh. I don't know if there's somebody. Yes, there are people. Bien. Infinia.
60 y 66.
Este.
Bueno,
Sí. ¿Acá puede ser?
tranquilo nomás.
See? Okay, gracias. I just filled up over here and now I'm kind of hiding in the shade. The Dhanno really needs to cool down, I think. There was a lot of heat coming off the engine, obviously. The indicator said 43 degrees Celsius, but that's the indicator on the dash, which never really makes sense because it's a combination of ambient temperature and a lot of engine heat. But it does kind of represent how it feels like, how hot it is. So I think it's better to let the engine cool down for a little bit before I continue, and also let myself cool down a little bit. Here in the shade it's quite okay. I bought some, these are supposed to be salty snacks, and some more water, which I got over here. So I'm taking a break as well. I was planning to go to some volcanoes, not too far from here. I think maybe another 50 or 75 kilometers from here. There is a turn off to a national park where there are volcanoes again, and you can ride on like the black and red and all sorts of colors of volcanic deposits. And I thought, oh, that's nice. I mean, I love riding on volcanoes, but yeah, I think it's not feasible today. It's just too hot. That is a dirt road, and yeah, I just can't really stop. I haven't stopped at all for taking pictures or anything like that. Can't really fly the drone either because here it's okay, but the last bit was super windy. Anyway, long story short, the mission of today is just to make it to my destination and just keep on moving. That's the best. Then it's not so hot. I think I'll just have to acclimatize a little bit to the weather, I think. Hopefully, if I spend some time in Mendoza, I'll get used to the heat and it will be better. But right now, I'm still kind of used to the colder climates or the colder weather that I had in Patagonia. And suddenly, yeah, the temperature difference is just so big. So I have to get used to it a little bit. Because there's a lot more desert stuff coming up. Until I hit the Altiplano, which are the high mountains, like really in the north of Argentina, north of Chile, and then of course Bolivia. Until I reach that, I think the next coming weeks are gonna be incredibly hot because it's just midsummer here. So let's see how Dhanno and me are going to do through that type of weather. But here it's quite nice. So I'm just gonna have my break here. Adios. Ciao. I have to be super careful because see, suddenly you get deep sand like this, like a patch, and then it's normal gravel again. So I can't ride very fast on this stuff, and Dhanno is screaming that she is 47 degrees Celsius. Oh man, it's hot! And there's no shade. If there would be some shade somewhere, I would stop to cool down, but there's nothing. There's no shelter. Oh, this is pretty nasty stuff, I have to say. The good thing is that most of these sandy parts have a different color, so you can spot them, most of them. Loads of washboard as well. This is pretty gnarly. it's kind of half paved now. Oh, it is so much better because now I can make a little bit more speed to cool down Dhanno and myself. Oh no. Ah no. Back to the stuff. Hey donkeys! It's a long time ago since I saw donkeys. Look at you! Aren't you cute? The road is not so cute. Look, I got all this super loose gravel again. And I tried to follow the tracks a little bit, but yeah, sometimes they disappear and then, you know, you hit that deep gravel again. Oh, I really had to stop for another break for both of us. Dhanno was saying 49 degrees on the display. I just had to... This was the first tree that I found where I could stand in the shade for a little bit. And luckily there's also some wind here. But just the air is so extremely hot. It's unbelievable. I didn't expect it to be this hot today. And so I just need another break for water, and I'm gonna eat something more. I am drinking while riding as well with the camelback, but yeah, it's a bit of a tough day. I feel like I'm complaining the whole time, but yeah, I'm struggling a little bit because of the heat, I guess, and there's not a lot of traffic, but if there's traffic, the dust clouds are just horrendous. One more complaint. So I'm just eating dust all day and it is so hot, and it's a bit of a shame because the scenery is really quite beautiful, but I cannot enjoy it today. I'm just focusing on let's get through this, just go and let's get it over with. Such a shame, but hey, anyway, I think I'm gonna stop here, wait here for about 15 minutes for Dhanno to cool down a little bit. I don't want to overheat her or anything. I mean, to be honest, I don't know how hot the engine can become before it becomes a problem. But I rather make sure that I don't get her into a problem. So better let her cool down a little bit. This wind is quite good. So yeah, break number 2. Alright, time to get a move on. I have 47 kilometers to go, so should be doable. It's now 3:45. Hosteria. Uh-oh. Don't tell me it's closed. Well, turns out my options are pretty slim. This is a tiny town, and this is the only place to stay here. So with this being closed, I have to keep on riding to the next town, which is called Malargüe. And that is quite a big town, or a relatively big town. So there will be space to stay there, I'm sure. That is 62 kilometers from here. And yeah, so I'll just have to keep on riding a little bit more. The good thing is that I do believe it is all paved from now. So I don't think I could handle another 62 kilometers of that awful deep gravel and washboard and sand and all that stuff. So yeah, it is now 4:45. So it's going to be a long day. But yeah, I don't really have another choice. This is closed. I don't know why. Maybe because of the holidays. I have no idea, but yeah, no other option than to just ride on. Let's go. I am in Malargüe and it is almost 6:15. Hostel. No, also closed. No, there's somebody. At least there's a dog. So I got a place to stay. Dhanno is close to me. I have this room. The place looks a little bit run down, and maybe it's for the best that I don't show the room with the lights on, because it's a little bit, well, run down. But anyway, it doesn't matter for me. I am so shattered. Really, I'm exhausted. I mean, in the end, all in all, I did almost 400 kilometers today, which is quite far, and yeah, the heat and the road, well, I've complained enough today. Yeah, that was just one of those days. I mean, they're pretty rare. I almost always really enjoy the rides, but today was just a day that I was just like, oh, let's just get it over with. I'm thinking maybe tomorrow leave earlier in the morning, so it's not so hot. Good thing is that tomorrow the ride is shorter to Mendoza, because now I covered 60 kilometers more than I planned to, and I think it's all paved. So for me, I think the next ride is just gonna be a matter of reaching Mendoza, so I can spend the Christmas there, and that's it. So it would be nice if I arrive there a little bit earlier in the day, so it's not so hot. And that's the plan, but let's see how I'll wake up tomorrow morning. Maybe I'm super tired. Anyway, yeah. So I think today was just an example of how long-term motorcycle travel can also be. Sometimes you have a day that you're just like, oh, and just it's more of a struggle than really enjoyment. But that's also part of this type of travel. So luckily, still 99% of the time, I'm having amazing rides. So a day like this every now and then doesn't really matter. Such is life. Anyway, that was it for today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. And then I'll see you in the next video.